Hello friends, my name is Solace and we're gonna be removing all my tattoos. I'm just kidding, I would never do that. We're gonna be playing Tattoo Removal Simulator. It's not the type of usual game that I would play on my channel, but let's go for it. Use WAS to walk. Ah, beautiful. Go to PC and start procedure. Okay. Tattoo on my right upper arm, got it during a phase I now refer to as the error. Please remove it before anyone else asks me what it means. I no longer know. Max income $150. Okay. Press the right mouse button to open the tools menu. Oh, that does look real rough, bro. Removal. Okay.
It's not gonna remove itself.
Come closer and look at the client's skin. Okay. Press the left mouse button to remove the tattoo.
I bet you've seen some wild ink in your time.
Use the tab to highlight tattoos and scars. Okay. Ooh, this is very satisfying.
Bro, watch it.
Okay. Oh,
my bad.
You want me to stop in the middle of it. Got it.
Kinda smells like burnt toast.
Okay, and then if the pain level gets too high, we let up for a second. I'm pretty sure that actual tattoo removal would take a lot more sessions.
Laser me like one of your French girls.
Oh boy, you need to keep your mouth shut. Should I just...
Don't do this, man.
Sorry.
I had to.
I got this tat because it was either this or a tramp stamp.
I
Lost a bet.
think the tramp stamp would have been better.
Chill.
Sorry.
Man, this is weirdly relaxing.
You're telling me, bro. Get a closer view? Okay. It would probably be better if you would like raise your arm.
I've seen some wild ink in your time.
Yeah, this one's pretty bad though. Man, that looks gnarly.
I got this tat because it was either this or a... Oof, that's spicy.
Won't happen again. Promise.
I can't promise anything. Ah, got it. Okay, scar spray. Oh man, if only it was that easy. I'll spray it on your face too. So sorry about that. Okay. Old lube. A little over 1.5 scars. Harm incidents 4. I only got $49. That's some bullshit. Vanessa Calder, high pay tolerance. Oh, good. Looking to remove a large tattoo across my back. I've got other ink I'm keeping, so please be precise. I can handle pain just fine. I just want this one gone, and it doesn't fit me anymore. So you want to get rid of the one on your back, but not this one. The travel far, live well. Okay,
let's move it along, yeah? You didn't ruin everything. I'll give you that. So is this where you pretend to be professional?
What do you mean? I am professional, ma'am.
That doesn't smell FDA approved.
Oh, this is satisfying. Okay.
Finally, some competency.
The only good tattoo that you have you want to get rid of. I mean, I saw the other ones. They kind of look like shit.
On a cruise. Huge mistake.
It's cute though. But sorry, I didn't mean to look directly at your ass. I was trying to look at your other tattoo.
So is this where you pretend to be professional?
Shut up. This is like Power Wash Simulator where it's very, very satisfying to get every little bit. Haha! A scar spray. Perfect. 5 stars. That first guy was just a little bitch. Malik Ray's low pain tolerance. Oof. Removal of a facial tattoo. It's visually cool but professionally damaging. Keeping the rest of my tattoos, just need this one off. Low pain tolerance, so please be gentle. This is gonna take forever. Just gonna hop right on your lap. I'm gonna get real close. Real up.
We got time, but let's move.
You know, I'm trying to be precise.
Burnt skin? Nah, that can't be it.
Okay, so you want to keep your neck tattoo. Got it.
really aimed for my eye, huh?
Did I?
Killed character.
Well, I mean, it's on your face, dude. What do you expect?
Man, this is low-key wild.
I need you to stop moving. Unless you want another laser to the eyeball.
Man, what the?
Sorry.
I can't help that you're a little bitch.
Not bad.
What, did
Not
they
bad at all.
put you under anesthesia when you got your face
Yo,
tattoos?
chill with that. You're almost there. Keep it up.
Stop moving! Up. You want me to shoot a laser into your eyeball, because that's what's going to happen if you keep moving. There we go. Right into your eyes. Well, I got $75. Alright, who's next? Need a full tattoo removal. Got a lot over the years. None of them feel like me anymore. Ready to move on. Clean. Max income, $900. This is gonna be very intensive. Oh, I'm in a special room for this.
Thanks for doing this.
Oh,
No
she's
problem.
in a prison?
So, is the prison paying you for this?
Not really. It's more of a volunteer program I pitched to them. They thought it would be good for their PR.
Oh, so you're here by choice.
Yeah, I figured it might help people who want a clean slate.
Nice. It's been a while since I've met a decent person in here.
Really?
Nah, just kidding. I don't think there's such a thing as truly evil person. Just lost, misguided.
Or unloved?
Yeah, that's probably the most common.
So what's the deal with this prison?
Well, it's mixed, but men and women are in separate wings.
Why's that?
It's supposed to help with rehabilitation, but they still don't want us too close, you know? Keeps things controlled.
They don't want you banging.
But we cross paths sometimes. It's not like we're living in the bubble. Anyway, is this gonna hurt?
How
Yes.
bad did it hurt when you got it?
Pretty bad.
Then multiply that by 4, maybe 5.
Now I regret asking.
Okay, time for this full body removal. You ready for this?
Oh, wow. I thought I was good with pain, but this is a new level. Can I talk while you're doing this, you know, like to distract myself?
Go for it.
All right. So, I want these gone because I'm planning to work with kids. As a swimming instructor. Can't exactly wear a swimsuit looking like this.
Kids?
Yes, you
In
can.
here?
No. After I'm released.
That makes more sense.
This is an unusual prison, but no kids and no swimming pools.
You like swimming?
I love it. We had a pond at my foster parents' ranch, and I used to spend hours in the water. It was the only place I felt completely free. When I'm out of here, I want to help kids feel that way too.
That's a great goal.
Thanks. I can't change the past, but these tattoos, they're just bad memories. Once they're gone, I can finally move on.
You sound pretty determined.
I've spent enough time feeling sorry for myself. When I get out, I want to focus on helping people. Build.
Whoa.
Oops.
Happens every time.
Sorry.
Where were we again? Oh, yeah. When I get out, I want to focus on helping people. Building a life I'm proud of.
That's the spirit.
You're probably wondering how I ended up here.
That's your story to share. Only if you want to.
Well, it's a pretty wild story.
I'm listening.
Well, like everyone in here, I'm innocent. Did nothing.
Of course.
Okay, not really. I'm no comedian, as you can tell. Especially while being tortured.
Sorry about that.
Oh no. Keep going. It's fine. Painful as hell, but fine.
All right.
So, I used to bartend at this little place out in the middle of nowhere. It was a rough crowd, mostly bikers. You know the type? Get drunk, start a fight, hug it out, and then buy each other drinks.
Sounds lively.
That's one word for it. Fights were half of the entertainment. Management didn't mind. Honestly, without the chaos, the place wouldn't have survived.
Where was it?
Middle of nowhere in Dead End, USA.
Good one.
One night, this guy comes in with a couple of friends, celebrating something. He wasn't like the usual crowd, you know? clean cut, confident, and just different.
Sounds like trouble.
Oh, big trouble. But I didn't know that at the time. He left me a big tip and disappeared. For a whole month, I kept hoping he would come back.
Did he?
Eventually. And this time, I got brave, or stupid, depending on how you see it, and asked for his number.
Bold move.
Bold? Yeah. And embarrassing. I was blushing so hard, I probably looked like a neon sign.
Well, it worked, didn't it?
It did. We started dating. He was charming, sweet, a little too perfect, if I'm
Is it
honest.
Jack?
Too good to be true.
Exactly. But at the time, I didn't see it. I was lonely, desperate for something, or someone. You know how they say, when you're wearing rose-colored glasses, red flags just look like flags.
That's a good one.
Yeah, well, I should have paid attention. He would always say, "You don't need anyone but me." At the
Ooh.
time, I thought, that's so sweet. Now, I realize he was just cutting me off from everyone who might have told me I was making a mistake.
That's pretty messed up.
He always knew just what to say to make me feel special. But there were little moments when I wondered if he was just saying what I wanted to hear. He invited me to his place after a couple of months.
And?
And wow, his house was incredible.
Like fancy?
Way beyond fancy. He had 7 vintage motorcycles in his living room. 7! Who even does that?
Sounds more like a museum than a house.
Exactly. One of them was a 1969 Electra Glide that used to belong to Marlon Brando.
Okay, that's pretty badass.
It was. But it didn't feel like a home. It felt calculated. Like everything about him.
So when did things go south?
Not right away. He asked me to join him and some friends for a job.
Let me guess. Something illegal.
He wanted me to help them rob a jewelry store.
And you said no.
At first, it felt ridiculous, you know? I was a bartender, not some master criminal. But then, things went downhill.
What happened?
One of those lively bar fights turned ugly. A guy ended up in the hospital, and the bar got shut down. It wasn't even my fault, but I lost my job.
That's rough.
Yeah. I tried to find work,
This
but
tummy one is gonna
in a town
hurt.
like this, not much out there for someone like me. Bills were piling up, and Jack, he had this way of making everything sound easy. He told me I just drive the getaway bike. He kept saying it was the only way out, that I could finally have something better than that damn bar.
And you believed him.
I wanted to. I was desperate. So, when he asked again, I said yes.
Oh. Well, I wanted to finish removing her tattoos, but that was cool. I wasn't expecting them to actually add in some story there at the end, but yeah, let's play another demo. Alright, this next one we're playing is Temporal Gunslinger. I saw it being recommended for Sorry We're Closed, and I absolutely adored that game. I played the hell out of it. I didn't play it on YouTube, but I mean, if you guys want to watch me play that one again, I will. Anyway, Temporal Gunslinger. Start a new game, yes. Okay. A war, maybe? And then... Pretty. Hmm. Oh, this art looks cool. Aim. Fire. Neat. Ooh. You get to look all around at the bullet. Is it a dream catcher?
Revenant. It is good to see you again. Trust you have been keeping well.
What are you?
You are not familiar with my form. I suppose that would make sense.
The Reaper.
Very well. In which case, allow me to introduce myself. I am the Reaper.
I like the voice acting.
My role here is complicated, but in short, I act as a custodian for this place. I maintain the balance of life and death, and ensure souls correctly pass into the afterlife. Occasionally, I take an interest in souls I feel have been particularly wronged by life. I divert their path such that they join me here at the end of time instead. You were the latest soul I had taken an interest in, and now you are my trusted friend, something which is painfully rare in this place. But I digress. A longer introduction will have to wait. We must do this correctly. I need your aid. I have been watching you for some time, and I see great potential in you. I believe your experience as an assassin in life will be useful in the situation I find myself in. However, before I continue, I wish to judge your abilities myself.
Okay.
I do not doubt you, old friend, that this task will require more than skill and luck. To aid you, I shall bestow 2 gifts upon you.
Ooh, I like gifts.
Firstly, I give to you my own personal timepiece. Simply put, it grants the power to control the flow of time. As for your second gift, it seems that, yes, you shall have an ability very fitting for your work. I will grant you Reaper coins, each infused with the power to change a projectile's fate. They will allow you to redirect flying projectiles as you see fit. Your bullets shall bend to your will.
The Reaper coins just made me immediately think of Maximo. I don't know if any of you guys ever played that game.
To practice, I wish for you to use these coins to redirect a single bullet to destroy 2 of my masks.
Okay, let's do it.
If you fail, do not worry. The timepiece can rewind any mistake. Now, on to our test. Take your time and understand your new powers.
Okay. Let's do it. After firing your gun, you are able to redirect the bullet's flight. Focus with right-click, aim where you want it to go, then fire. This will use a Reaper coin. The number of coins you have is shown on the bottom right of the screen. The power of the pocket watch will allow you to rewind time, Q, or speed it up, E. You can press both buttons at the same time to rewind at a faster rate. Additionally, time is slowed while focusing. Okay, I think I got it. So, fire. And then, wait, hang on. Am I supposed to, like, make it go through there now, too? Redirect. Okay. think I got it. I used up 2 of the coins though.
Good.
Thank you.
You can also use your coins to redirect other projectiles. Possess them, then redirect them as you did your bullet. I shall allow you to practice by having one of my masks spit fire at you. Redirect it so that it does not strike you. The timepiece will foretell when a projectile will come into contact with you and stop time to prevent it from destroying you completely. You will need to rewind or step back in time to the beginning of an encounter if you allow a projectile to strike you.
Okay. So, you can change which projectile the camera follows by possessing it with W. Possessing another projectile will allow you to redirect it. Projectiles you can possess are indicated using that thing. Most projectiles can be possessed, but there are exceptions. Hang on. There we go. Okay, I think I got it.
As expected. Use my gifts well, old friend.
It came out a little clunky, but I'll get it. I'll get it.
Not wasted upon you.
Yeah, they're not wasted on me.
Now, on to your task. Some time ago, I acquired 4 wayward souls and employed them as my heralds. I tasked them with assisting me in maintaining the balance between life and death. Although their initial work was satisfactory, they soon began to abuse the powers I bestowed upon them by interfering in mortal affairs to further their own ambitions. Their actions have thrown the balance between life and death into disarray. I cannot allow this to continue, and though it pains me to say this, they must be eliminated. My heralds have begun a rebellion, each possessing a powerful figure from the times they walked the world as living souls. As we speak, they are growing their power, influencing the actions and decisions of their host to serve their own goals. Once strong enough, each herald will fully take over and unleash chaos upon the mortal realm. I wish for you to eliminate them before this transpires.
Sorry, I'm yawning because I've been playing games for 4 hours. I've recorded a lot of videos. I'm not yawning because of this game. This game is awesome so far. You've taken my soul so you can force me to work? Is this some sort of joke?
I would not joke about such serious matters. I also would not force you into anything. If you wish, I can release you of your duties immediately. You would stay here with me until the very end, watching the world tear itself apart around us. Then, as the last of the light within the universe is extinguished, we too would be torn apart. Is that what you would prefer, old friend?
Well, at least I would get to hear your soothing voice the entire time we're going through Armageddon.
I thought not.
I don't see why you need me for this. Can't you do it yourself?
Unfortunately, you have too much faith in my abilities, old friend. I am nothing more than this place's custodian. While I hold great power, I am bound here in turn. Additionally, you are more familiar with weapons and assassination than I. In this matter, your talent far outshines my own.
You flatterer. What's in it for me?
Of course, payment. I expected no less. You were a contract killer after all. In return for eliminating the heralds, I can offer you 2 options. Firstly, I could simply relieve you of your duties. You would no longer be bound here and would be free to pass on into the afterlife. Alternatively, I could send your soul back to the mortal realm. You would have a second chance at life. You could see those close to you again, and I could ensure things go smoothly for you. This would be taxing for me to do, but I feel that it is only fair given the task I am asking you to perform.
Proceed.
I believe we have spoken enough for now, and your task awaits. The timepiece possesses the ability to escort you to the time and place you will have the best chance at eliminating the heralds. Your first target is war in the medieval era. I will keep my eye on you, guide you, and bestow coins upon you as you require them. However, understand that I am limited in how many I can offer.
I expect you to uphold your end of the bargain.
Good luck, old friend. The fate of the universe rests on our shoulders.
Oh, my back is gonna hurt from all that. Western Era. Date 29th Blooming 1891 AX. Location former 27th Expeditionary Settlement, Integrity, Golden Sands. In the heart of the drought-stricken land, coffers bloat as the starving fight over scraps. With every deal struck, land is swallowed, food is hoarded, and the Temperance Company's tightens the insatiable famine's behest. Okay, so I can choose the era. Okay. The end of time. That's cool. Well, let's do the medieval era. Start off with that one. Travel to the medieval era? Yeah. Oh, I think I have to stop recording after I finish this demo.
A choking fog hangs low to the scorched earth, trampled and flattened by the boots of the Imperial Guard. A blackened stone castle stands tall and imposing, silhouetted against a night sky tinged red by a blood moon. Inside, the Emperor stands alone in his war room, poring over invasion plans. His vast armies have conquered Malvek and the Arwellan Glades, and he expects to receive an official surrender from the Queen of Bryseed by dawn. A voice as cold as the night whispers to him upon the wind, causing the Emperor to pause. Why stop now? His forces dwarf the armies of every other nation in the known world. Any ruler brazen enough to oppose him would easily be crushed. A sinister smile spreads across his scarred lips. Why stop now indeed?
All right. Neat. Halt. Civilians are not allowed. Gods above. Undead fiend, I shall strike thee down.
We do not have time for this. If he wishes to stand in your way, so be it. He may be clad in tempered iron, but you should be able to locate a weak point.
Okay, where is the weak point? Okay, I'm having trouble with this one. Maybe I have to wait for him to get closer. And then I should be able to get him in the back now. Whoops. Oh, I fucked up. Got it now, I got it now. There we go. There we go. About goddamn time. Okay, I think I got it.
It seems war has corrupted more than just the Emperor. The gods are tainted by his influence. You must push through them to reach the throne room at the top of the castle.
How are you talking now? He's the Reaper. Of course he's able to talk to me. What is this
You appear
place?
to be in a hallway of Grimdor Keep, the heart of the Thessalian Empire, and the most fortified stronghold of the medieval era. I suggest you are cautious. Proceed to the throne room. Eliminate anybody who stands in your way. I will
You will continue to observe. Sorry, I cut you off. I thought I heard something approach. What art thou supposed to be?
Arbalists. Their helmets grant them a larger field of vision, but leave their faces exposed. It seems you are able to draw more power out of my coins than I initially suspected. You may be capable of guiding projectiles to areas of weakness. How resourceful.
That garb. A Bryseed spy? It matters not. Thou shalt not take one step closer to the Emperor. Okay. So I'll aim here. Oops. I fucked that up. Shoot him right in the face. Huh. Oh. Okay. And then redirect this over here. Yeah. And then I will direct that into his back. Perfect. Oh, fuck. Okay, I got him. I thought I missed. Okay, I'm getting it. I'm getting it.
I expected there to be so many guards inside, but no matter. You are dealing with them well enough.
Yeah, I'm doing so great. These guards are under War's command. Wouldn't it be easier to travel back before he began influencing them? Wouldn't it be easier to go back farther?
My heralds have mastered the art of slipping through time almost imperceptibly. If we strike too early, they will easily escape. This would merely delay their plans at best. When manifesting, a herald's influence may be at its strongest, but they are also defensively at their weakest. It becomes difficult to flee once you have thoroughly entrenched yourself in a physical form. Waiting until now may make the journey to them more challenging, but it gives us the best chance of stopping them once we are there.
Yeah, their armor is surprisingly poorly designed.
That is not strictly true. The weaknesses in their armor are very deliberate. Simple foot soldiers have weaknesses on the back of their breastplates. Any who are cowardly enough to flee leave themselves exposed and can easily be struck down.
Makes sense.
Archers cannot fight at close range, and so become useless if they fail to keep the Empire's enemies at bay. Their defenseless faces remind them of this. To war, any too weak to fight are a waste of resources. The Thenserian Empire was never a merciful nation, but it is him that has twisted their ruthlessness into outright brutality. This is why he must be stopped.
Okay. War sounds like a real nice guy. Thou hast traveled far enough, murderer. By my hand, thou shalt fall.
Interesting. This one does not appear to have any parts of his body exposed. I suspect this is one of War's favorites. He will have proven himself useful and demonstrated unwavering loyalty, earning himself full protection. It would seem War does not view every human life as expendable after all. He is not without weakness, though. The extraordinary weight of his armor will be his downfall.
Uh-oh. Okay. I did it.
I sense there is something on your mind, old friend.
There's had to use the sword on his knees. What is War's story?
In life, he was a weaponsmith turned sellsword. After leaving the smithy, his early years were filled mostly with mercenary work. He worked for whoever offered the most coin, slaying bandits, peasants, and nobles alike. Once the Great War started, he was drafted into the army. He did not survive his first real battle. Some might see him as a reprehensible man, but I took pity on him. His mother died during childbirth, and his father contracted crimson rot when he was still young. Nursery work paid for food and shelter. I doubt he took pleasure in it. I saw great potential in him, not unlike the potential I see in you. I redirected his soul to me and used my staff to bestow upon him his powers. That is a story for another time, however.
Who really are you?
The answer to that is that I am simply the rainbow. I maintain the balance between life and death, and ensure souls pass correctly to the afterlife once their time in the mortal realm is up. However, I suspect what you really wanted to know is who I used to be. I'm afraid that is a much trickier question to answer. In truth, I do not entirely know. I remember very little of my mortal life. What I do know is that it was not particularly noteworthy. I often imagine myself as a simple traveler, wandering the realms in search of a purpose. That said, I do remember finding my staff. I had been traveling through a mountain pass when a thunderstorm had descended upon me. I sought shelter in a nearby cave and noticed something sticking out of a fissure in the rock. Holding my torch near, I saw that it was the tip of a gnarled staff. I cannot quite put it into words, but there was something unnatural about it. It was as if it had been placed there deliberately, such that I would find it. I had a terrible feeling about it, but my curiosity got the better of me. I reached out and, when my fingers touched it, a searing pain convulsed through my body. In an instant, I collapsed to the ground. When I regained my consciousness, I was alone in the end of time. My body had taken on a new form, and a strange power broiled inside me like a sea in a storm. In my hand was the staff. Does that answer your question?
Interesting. Why did you pick me for this?
Observing your life for some time. Despite how much you disliked it, you were talented at your work. I believed your skills would be transferable here. So far, that belief seems to hold true. However, like most other assassins, I believe you deserve a second chance. You suffered at the hands of the Syndicate of the Rose. I saw how you resented the way they forced your hand again and again. I heard your screams of anger as they promised you freedom, trapped you inside that warehouse and set the building aflame. I felt your despair, I felt your hatred, I felt your desire for vengeance. That is why I choose you, friend. Only someone like you could truly understand the pain of such a betrayal. Only someone like you can stop the heralds.
That's enough.
Very well. Continue. I sense we are close.
Is this where I meet war, or not quite yet? Target in range, sir. Thy rampage ends here, beast. Thou shalt not be graced with the luxury of a swift death. If the Emperor doth feel merciful, he might permit thee to live out the rest of thy miserable existence in the dungeons.
They are guarding something. War must be beyond those doors.
Silence? Very well. Destroy this thing. I'm gonna fuck this one up. One day I'll be able to do this. think I got this now. If I can just make this go this way. There we go. Oh my god. I had like a good 15 minutes of solid silence while I was trying to figure that out earlier.
What lies ahead is your first real challenge.
Oh, that wasn't a real challenge.
It's important for me to explain something to you. The real War was a good man. Brutish, yes, but he was loyal and diligent. I do not know what you will find beyond those doors, but whatever it is not truly war. It is an empty shell of his former self, twisted and corrupted by his hunger for power. He knows why you are here. He will likely say and do anything he can to stop you. Do not let him fool you. You must complete your mission, regardless of what he tries. I will stay with you. Aim true, old friend.
I will truly aim. I mean, if it's just one guy, maybe I won't have such a hard time. Ooh, you look awesome. The Unyielding Blade War. Oh, that's a big sword. Okay, there's more than one guy. Uh-huh.
Hark! The Reaper's newest pet doth crawl before me. Thou art far less fearsome than I imagined. Hath he tasked me with claiming my head? Typical. A spineless cur, unable to face me himself. Pray tell, what horrors hath the Reaper prattled about me? Hath his words taken hold of thy senses?
You were once a good man before you
Good
betrayed
man,
his
thou
trust.
sayest. Nay, no man of virtue would so willingly enact that monster's will. Thou seest the wrongs of this world, dost thou not? The oppression, the treachery, the suffering. And who bears the blame? Thy master.
Ignore him, Revenant. Remember
I mean,
why
I wasn't
you are
really
here.
listening to
These
him
injustices
anyway.
flourish beneath this watch. For too long they have persisted, and I can stand idle no longer. And so I kindled a war that culls the weak, ignites the fires of innovation, and provides a common foe for humanity to strive against. Through this destruction, the peoples of this world will unite against me, and bring about the change it doth sorely need.
The goals he claims to seek may sound admirable, but his twisted methods poorly conceal his true motives. Surely it is clear he seeks to use this war to conquer every nation of the world and gain total control over the mortal realm. If you do not intervene, all of humanity will be forced to grovel before him, and I will be powerless to stop it.
Victory lies within my grasp, yet thou wouldst wrest it from me in the final hour? Thou art on the wrong side of this war, little sheep. But if thou still standest in my path, then so be it. Your end draws near. Any last words?
Eat shit. You're wrong about all of this. If I don't stop you, the world will tear itself apart.
Even now thou dost parrot thy master's falsehoods. He hath trained thee well, Nut. I almost pity thee. But enough
Tell me,
talk.
dog.
It is time to grant thee a swift end. Thy head shalt make for a fine trophy. Prepare thyself.
This is it, old friend.
I shall prepare
Focus on
myself.
His influence over his minions will unravel as he falls. Aim where others have tried before, then strike where he is at his weakest.
Okay.
Good luck.
Alright. Look at me. Whatever. There. This is so bullshit. Do I have to wait until his sword is up? I think that's what I have to do. Damn. I was so close. I think I did it. Oh, did I do it? Please tell me I did it. Yes!
Nay, this cannot be. How?
I don't know. I don't know how I did it. It only took me like 5 million tries. Where am I? Fall back and regroup.
Excellent work, Revenant. I am satisfied with your progress. Return to me. We have much to discuss.
Thou sniveling wretch, I shall make thee pay for this. I will...
You will dissolve into nothingness.
Welcome back.
I'm so
This
glad.
accursed place? Reaper, I shall tear thy throat from thy neck, thou treacherous knave.
Treacherous knave.
You may be wondering why we are still able to hear war. Perhaps I should have explained this sooner. Once a herald has manifested strongly enough within a host, their soul requires a physical form to survive. When you killed the Emperor, you forced war out of his body. His soul has latched onto the only other vessel powerful enough to contain it. Because of the power the timepiece has granted, that vessel is you.
I am shackled within this pathetic whelp? Nay, this
War
must
is
be a
in
cruel
me.
jest.
Ooh.
I regret that it had to come to this. You were a good man, but you were foolish to think any good could come of your recklessness. Fortunately, there shall be plenty of time to reflect upon your actions. You will assist the Revenant in finishing the task at hand. I expect you'll have no problem being led by the one that bested you in combat.
What mockery is this? That was no honorable duel. What could I have possibly done against...
Enough. You have betrayed your honor, War. By aiding the Revenant, I'm offering you the chance to rebuild it. Or would you rather be remembered as a traitor?
Thou darest speak of honor? Thou knowest not the meaning of the word. But fine, it doth seem I have little choice but to aid this runt after all.
This runt killed you. Granted, it took me like 20 tries and about almost a full hour, but I still killed you. How was war supposed to help
You bested
me?
me without knowledge of my powers? This humiliation is too much to bear. I was imbued with 2 powers when I became a herald. With my sword, Balmung, in my grasp, I commanded the very will of mortals. The feeble and the mighty each bent the knee at my gaze. 'Twas with this power I would lead the world, shaping it to serve the war effort as I saw fit. Alas, the Reaper hath reclaimed the sword, and the power along with it, if it were to be returned to me.
Do not take me for a fool, War. Your sword will not be returned, as you still retain some of your power without it.
Very well. I still hold dominion over my latent power to conjure blades. I presume that is the manner in which the Reaper doth wish me to contribute.
Indeed. Allow me to explain. To each of my heralds I bestowed a single relic which granted a single power. However, making contact with such a powerful relic can awaken one's latent ability. In War's case, his time as a weaponsmith appears to have influenced this ability. The same happened to you, old friend. The timepiece is the item of power I gave you. The power to redirect bullets is the one that you manifested. However, to be clear, this power still comes from the staff. I have partial control over how you use it because of the coins. I foolishly gave the heralds full control over their latent powers. I have
me full control.
You will travel into the Western era and deal with famine. He may be physically weaker than war, but he has an extremely quick wit. Once you reach him, it is likely he will use his silver tongue to try to sway your resolve and avoid his fate.
Thou dost claim our quest is to slay famine, yet what proof is there we are not being led to our deaths now that thou hast vanquished me?
Your doubts are misplaced. My concern lies with the imminent destruction of the universe, not petty vengeance. As I explained to the Revenant, there are 3 other heralds which I require assistance in dealing with. Now, given you are aiding in this task, I expect you to turn your attention to the fate of the world instead of pointlessly needling me.
Bah.
Bah.
I believe it's time for our next act. As always, I shall maintain contact. I trust in both of your abilities, but I wish you luck nonetheless.
Unbelievable. To cast its shackles upon me once more.
You have reached the end of the demo. If you liked what you saw, please consider buying the full game. I hope you enjoyed your time. Yeah, that was awesome. I actually really like games where it forces me to think really hard about trying to figure out the correct trajectory of which direction I should start off with, and predicting the flow of time with how the bullet or the arrow you redirect is going to be able to hit the specific target. I mean, it's cool, and I really like the voice acting, and I like the whole Horseman of the Apocalypse kind of thing being tied in there. That's dope. You should definitely give this a try. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a lovely night. Bye bye!